welcome back to the channel, and today a book haul. Several books I've picked up recently. I could have picked any number of books for this book haul because I've been picking up a lot of books recently, just generally through buying new in bookstores, online, going out and finding deals. It's always nice to go and buy books. So let's go through a few. A book that was recommended a lot on Booktube that I've noticed was this one here, The Blessing Way. This is kind of like a crime or kind of a thrillery book. I don't know what category actually this would come under. Now, The Blessing Way is book one in the Leaphorn and Chi books, and I believe there's quite a few of these. And if I enjoy this later in the year, I definitely would like to get around to reading the others. Another book I would like to read later in the year, there's an event going on. It's been done before. You probably know it, June on the Range, where people get together and read Western books. And I saw this, the Louis L'Amour, The Quick and the Dead. One that, having looked into Louis L'Amour and followed his profile online, a book that I was probably most interested out of all of his novels to read, and my pick for June on the Range. Another book from a private seller is Without Remorse by Tom Clancy. Now, in the timeline of the Clancy verse, if you want to call it, or the Jack Ryan universe, this is really John Clark and Jack Ryan, I suppose technically. This is really book one in timeline order, not on publication order, but I would like to go back, having enjoyed Rainbow Six so much, to go back to the start of the timeline and read through the books. This one only cost me a couple of pounds, a couple of dollars. I think it's less than £2. And it's a nice hardback, it's in good condition, and I'm enjoying to reading that. Probably next year for that one though. Now, I went into a pound store. I'm sure you have dollar stores in the US as well, these kind of discount stores where you can buy cheap groceries and what have you. And they had some books, and they had this book here, Lady Go Die. It didn't have a very particularly great cover, but I did a little digging, and it comes fairly well recommended. The reviews seem decent for it, and it does seem like a good old-fashioned murder thriller. So I picked that up for £1. I thought it'd be worth a try. Now, I'm sure you guys are aware of Amazon Prime Day sales. Now, we had one recently, obviously in the spring, and a couple of Penguin Classics came up on sale for £6 each. One, Cyrano de Bergerac, is on my TBR and is a play that I am really interested in and I would love to read here. And also Crime and Punishment. So Dostoevsky, I want to read this year, though it'll probably be the brothers Karamazov, but I wanted to pick this up because if I like it, I'm probably going to jump straight into this as well at some point. Now, I'm sure you've seen them in bookstores sometimes. You have like that Mills and Boone drop or display. Maybe it's a carousel. This one particularly was a carousel full of Mills and Boone romances, and I happened to see a little gem hidden in there. It's Bernard Cornwell. He actually had a romance. I think, what did they put it under here? Romance fiction. Okay. Yeah, so to be fair, this is mostly told from this lady's perspective. She has a number of suitors. It's called The Crowning Mercy. It looks fantastic. I mean, it looks, it's probably set in the 17th century, I should think. It looks fantastic. It's all completely up my street. It is romance. I do have a million Bernard Cornwell books to read, and this is probably several years down on my TBR, but it was only £1.50. So a little gem on the romance carousel. Also, another Bernard Cornwell gem. This had been reduced. It's got 3 over stickers, so I'm assuming this has been reduced 3 times, down to £1.50 in hardback. Yeah, so this was probably like £5 or £6 originally. It's £13.56. It is part of a series of novels that I already own in paperback. But if I can get them for as cheap as this in hardback, I will jump on board. Can't have enough Bernard Cornwell. So those are all the books I pick up today. As you can see, I've got a few deals, online, new and used. So all in all, 8 books today, less than £30 spent, or about $35 in total. Not a bad haul. Please put in the comments below any hauls you've had recently and we can discuss below.